It is November the 16th, 2022. I have successfully established a long position in natural gas and I've got my stop up above my entry. Now I want to look through the technical indicators and see if the relative strength index, the MACD, the Ichimoku cloud and the Bollinger Bands together can give me a story as to whether or not this trade is going to continue. Hi, my name is Doug. I'm one of the digital currency traders over on intro2cryptos.ca. I've been trading crypto for years. Now I'm taking that technical analysis and I'm applying it to natural gas, oil, gold, silver, and the Forex markets. If you like this content, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below. Now let's jump in. My first idea is I'm going to look for price to go back to the 50% level, come back up and test this level at the 731 level range, and if not, maybe the 863 range or so is where I'll be targeting for my holds right now to be closing. So now I want to zoom in from the weekly relative strength index here, and I want to start moving through the time frames to give myself a better idea if I've caught a good breakout or not. So with the relative strength index, I am liking that I see strength above these levels. Now I didn't look at the RSI for my trading signal. Instead, what I looked at is the fact that we're coming to the bottom of a downtrend. So we have the downtrend line and we've got a bottom where prices came down, they bounced up, and we have this pretty serious gap earlier, and prices have been bouncing off the bottom of that gap. So now what we have is a 1, 2, 3 formation, and inside this number 3 we've got bottoms that are reversal hammer candles a couple times. So I was trying to get along in here and I got stopped out. Now I've established another one and I'm just checking the indicators to see if I can map out how this is going to play out and when I can tell to get out of this trade. My targets are the 50% level, and so the first target would be to anticipate something just underneath support and resistance, and if I hit a target like that I could take profit. The second target would be just underneath support and resistance from the past all the way along here, and I imagine it would be somewhere in the 7.6 range, and maybe I could leave a part of the trade so that it might hit up to the 8.7 range, and anything in these ranges I'd be looking to take profit. But at the same time, I also want to respect this parallel channel now all the way up as we're moving. So should price come up and hit the top of the parallel channel, I'll be taking profits on a 1, 2, 3 top in this range. And should price come back down, and I don't know the time frames of it, I'm just scribbling, then this is when I'd be looking for the 1, 2, 3 formation and to add on or to go long again in this trend. Next thing I want to benchmark is the MACD indicator. So the weekly has not crossed bullish yet. And I know the daily has crossed bullish a bit ago, so I want to look at the 3-day chart on this just for the look. And when the 3-day crosses as we're taking off, this is going to be really important. We'll probably hit the top of that parallel channel up in the 8.2 range. If we are crossing and moving up, we certainly will. So the daily crossed bullish, and the last time it did that, we had a real huge run in natural gas. So I really am leaving myself open for that potential now in this trade. As I go into the 12-hour time frame, I'm seeing that we're coming up to a recross of the 12-hour as we're breaking out, which would be really, really bullish. That would be phenomenal timing for me to have caught this long. And it was difficult because the 4-hour was crossing back and forth as we were banging back and forth within this price range. It was pretty volatile. Now as we get into the closer time frame, we can see where I put on a long out of this 1, 2, 3 earlier. We had 3 hits off this bottom and it did a 1, 2, 3 formation. So I put on the long, I got my stop above the entry and I was very happy, posted that, and price came back and knocked me out. So I had to watch quite a while before I got a good entry and got my stops above my entry. So now I'm good on this trade. So long as price continues up, I'm set really well on this position. Now the big trend indicator for me is the Ichimoku cloud, and we have gone through the cloud, and this may limit us as to where the breakout goes up to. So I'll be looking, if we hit the top of the cloud here, I'll be looking to see what the behavior of prices are as we come up to that. Now On the daily time frame, the blue line is crossed above the red. That's bullish on this daily time frame so far, but we have to get up above the cloud to really show that the trend has changed. So it's got a long ways to go. Like, I'm looking at my profit targets are just where this is going to show that the trend has changed. So I have to factor that in as I go through the 12-hour. It has crossed bearish, but it's bouncing off the bottom of the cloud with a double bottom, and this is giving, it's giving me the bullish sentiment. So let me zoom in on the 4-hour time frame. It's still crossed bearish as well. And if you were to have taken a short on this, the Ichimoku is still giving the room for this bearish signal to survive this volatility. So it hasn't proven bullish yet. So I'm glad I've got my stops above my entry. It's not till we get the 1-hour time frame that we're actually getting the Ichimoku cloud looking bullish. We've got the cross on the blue over red. We've got the trailing indicator cutting through everything, and which is pretty good. And we also have the cloud has twisted green. So all 4 bullish indicators here on the 1-hour time frame, but we need some follow through before the other time frames of the Ichimoku cloud come along and turn bullish. As I go to the Bollinger Band weekly, wow, this is certainly volatility from the bottom of the band to the top of the bands on the second standard deviation, right back to the bottom and up to the median and back to the bottom again. Really crazy trading. So if I go into the daily time frame, we didn't really get outside of the third standard deviation in this market. Just getting out really outside that second standard deviation is important. Now what I'm looking for is the behavior to see if we poked through, right? This is the only one that I see, is that we got right outside the third standard deviation here as we got outside that 200 period moving exponential moving average. So still nothing yet in the Bollinger Bands. We're just bouncing from side to side here in the 4-hour time frame. So as I come up to the top of the 4-hour, this resistance is going to be important as we make it up through 6.4 and we're holding above 6.4 to 6.5. That's going to start confirming on the Ichimoku Cloud 4-hour, and it's going to start confirming here on the Bollinger Bands 4-hour. Really key levels that we get up above that 6.5. Now, as I get into the 1-hour, this is starting to give me some of what I'm looking for, is that prices outside that third standard deviation and just saying, no, 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 we're coming off of that. Now, the bands are widening as we come out to the second standard deviation, meaning that it seems to me that we're going to be starting to trend. I like the way the bands are setting up here through the different time frames. Thanks for joining me on this review of natural gas prices. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. If you got a question, leave it down below. And if you disagree with this technical analysis and you think my long position is just about to get this stopped out, I would love to hear from you in the comments down below, because I don't know anything about the natural gas market. I am totally just trading the technical analysis. Thanks again. Trade safe and keep those losses small.